Welcome to my realm, located beyond both time and space. It is well that thou art here. I am that which humans call Arceus. Now, I wish to know thine appearance. What is thy name? My name is Akari. Akari. Soon thou shalt find thyself in a world strange to thee. A world inhabited by wondrous creatures that humans call Pokémon. Akari. Seek out all Pokémon, and thou shalt find me once more. Hey guys, Stitches here, and welcome to Let's Play Pokemon Legends Arceus. A bit of a weird place to start. This is a newer Pokemon game. It's the not the most recent, but the second most recent. And I know there's text on the screen, but I want a chance to talk real quick. So I wasn't expecting to cover Pokemon so soon, but I remembered that this game is different than the mainline games. I also kind of changed what I would want out of a Pokemon Let's Play to be less like Let's Players like Chugga Conroy and more my own style. Also, I feel like I just want to play a Pokemon game on the channel, so I feel like this is a good place to start since this is typically regarded as one of the better games in the series. And there's actually another game in the Pokemon Legends spin-off series, so... Anyways. Wake up. Oh, do wake up, won't you? Are you alive, my girl? You gave me quite the shock falling from the sky like that. But thank goodness you seem unharmed. Who are you? I'd like to ask you the same. I mean, you fell out of the sky. You understand. Come now, who in the world does that? I don't know if I'm gonna do that voice the whole time. I must say, your clothing is unusual. You wouldn't happen to have an acquaintance in these parts, would you? I don't know. I see. You seem to be in a bit of a pickle. Might I offer some directions? Do you have somewhere around here you can stay? I don't know. So you don't know anyone here. You don't even know where to spend the night. Well, this is a proper pickle indeed. Are you quite sure you'll be able to survive? I don't know what to do. I see. Well, no gentleman would abandon a person in such need. Crew! Boom! Splish Splash. I'm probably not going to read all the Pokemon cries, just because... Oh my, I'd completely forgotten. I had just caught up to these 3 runaway Pokemon when you tumbled out of the sky. It's almost as if they knew you'd appear here. Ah, but do you even know what a Pokemon is? Well, of course I do. My, that's a relief. Though you fell from the sky, it seems we have some common ground, eh? Yes, well, these 3 Pokemon belong to me, mysterious creatures that they are. Oh yes, and what might your name be? Akari. Oh, so you're called Akari. Name has quite the ring to it. I imagine it must have some lovely meaning. Oh, but I do apologize, I haven't even introduced myself. My name is Laventon. I'm something of a Pokémon professor. That is to say, I'm a scholar seeking to deepen our understanding of Pokémon. Yes, Pokémon such as these 3. Oh, blast and bother, my darling Pokémon. Why must you run from me again? I'm terribly sorry, but do you think you could help me round them up? I beg you. Wait, you 3, wait! And now we actually get to play the game. So, I'm gonna start by saying this is a very different Pokemon game than normal. This Pokemon game uses some of the same mechanics as the mainline games, but it changes a lot of things greatly. Most notably, the battle system is a more action-oriented system. As you can see, it's full 3D movement. But, you may notice I named my character Akari. This is the name of the female protagonist in this game. You can figure this out because if you pick the male character, this character shows up as a character in game. And it's confirmed that they share the same name. Some people like to theorize that this character may in fact be the player character from Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. And potentially Platinum as well. However, I don't think they're the same character. I think they just look similar. And I honestly think it's left up to your headcanon. But I like to keep the character with canon names in the Pokemon series. It just makes it feel more like I'm playing a game rather than playing make-believe. That was weird. There's a geometry. So we can walk around here and, like, actually explore some different stuff. Ew, N64 tree. I'm kidding. But anyways, we need to go this way. If we come over here, it's the God phone. There's a glowing beeping object over there. Just step on it. Oops. You found something that resembles a phone. It's probably your phone, but it's changed shape and you feel a strange power emanating from it. A message appeared on the screen. I bestow upon thee this Arc phone. In thy mission, seek out all Pokémon. This game is also more about catching Pokemon versus actually battling them. I think there's only a handful of trainer battles in the game, actually. So, you should keep that in mind. It's quite a stark contrast to a different Pokemon spinoff called Pokemon Coliseum, which had no wild battles and was exclusively trainer battles, and you used a machine that let you steal Pokemon from people. But you did it only with good intentions, trust me. Anyway. Come over here. Oh, alas, yet another miss. Aha, I'm glad you've come to my rescue, my new friend from the sky. I tried catching my little runaways by tossing some Pokeballs their way. But I'm not the best. At least not at this sort of thing, you see. I'd love to give you a go at it, but perhaps I should tell you a little bit about these three first. Now that one is Rowlet. Rowlet can photosynthesize like a plant, and apparently it battles using its sharp feathers. That one over there is Cyndaquil. The fire burning on Cyndaquil's back will flare up whenever it is surprised or irate. The Pokemon near the pond is Oshawott. Oshawott naps while floating in the water, and it can battle using the shell-like object on its belly. Oh my, I nearly forgot to cover the most crucial thing. How to go about catching Pokemon. Here you are, my girl. Pokeballs. Throw these at Pokemon to catch them. You obtain 50 Pokeballs. A lot more generous than the early Pokemon games. I think in the first one you had to buy your own Pokeballs. You didn't even get them. Pokeball. A mysterious ball that can be thrown at wild Pokemon in order to catch them. These balls can be crafted by hand if you gather the necessary materials. You may notice, if you're somewhat familiar with Pokemon, Pokeballs look different in this game. This is because this game takes place in the past, like in a very, well, I wouldn't say ancient past, but in like a long time ago. I forget exactly when the time period is. It takes place in roughly the mid-1800s. It's inspired by a historical period known as the Meiji Restoration. So, it's sometime around 1868. So, it's not so far in the past, super far in the past, but it's still in the past. Ah, but that won't do for an explanation, will it? I do apologize. Let me be more thorough. Now, I've mentioned already that Pokémon are strange and marvelous creatures. What's so strange about them, you ask? Well, each and every Pokémon is able to shrink itself down to minuscule size. And that's where Pokéballs come in. Pokéballs are a recent invention, you see. Throw one of them at a Pokémon and... why, the Pokémon will shrink down and fit inside the ball, comfy as can be. And with that, you've caught a Pokémon. I know we've just met, but I'm afraid I have no one else to turn to. I'd be awfully grateful if you could catch my 3 runaways. Now, the proper technique is to take aim at the Pokémon, simply let the ball fly. It's quite simple. Though far be it from me to say so, I suppose, given my own dire lack of skill in this area. Throwing Pokeballs. Pokemon can be caught by throwing Pokeballs at them. Hold the ZR button down to ready a Pokeball and take aim. You can keep moving around as you do, so use the right stick to adjust the angle and aim carefully at your target Pokemon. Release the ZR button to throw the Pokeball. If it hits a Pokemon, you may be able to catch it. If you've readied a Pokeball but don't want to throw it, you can press B to cancel. So this is different. This game doesn't really require you to battle Pokemon, and instead is more about you just being able to throw Pokemon. So if I come up here, we can throw a Pokeball at Oshawott here, and you'll see the ball will steam a bit, and then it'll be caught. Oh, wonderful, you've caught a Pokemon. It seems you've quite the knack for this Pokemon catching business, Akari. Jolly useful skill to have around here. Only 2 of my runaways left now. Still, this is most unusual. You don't seem fearful of Pokemon in the slightest. There's gonna be a lot of me reading, so please bear with me. So this game isn't really, like I mentioned, it's not really a turn-based game, more so than it is an open-world action RPG. That time we hit it in the back. I can hardly believe it, Akari. Incredible. You know, many people fear to even approach Pokemon, never mind catch them. Bravo indeed. Just one more to go. Let's wrap this up sharpish, shall we? I think Rowlet's over there, isn't he? But the throwing mechanics in this game actually aren't that bad, and a lot of people were upset they didn't return in the next mainline Pokemon game after this, being Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet. They tried to do some stuff that was inspired. Oh, I missed. Oh, it didn't work that time. Yes, I'm afraid that can happen. Pokeballs are hardly 100% foolproof. Give it another go, old girl. How right to kiss her. These are scripted catches, by the way. Just so you know. Thank you very much indeed. Oh, what a relief to have them all back. You see, the 3 Pokemon you caught have only just arrived at the village to help with our research. They won't listen to anyone. And as I mentioned, they bolted from the village almost as if they knew you'd come falling. But I must say, Akari, I was taken aback by how well you use Pokeballs. How is it that you catch Pokemon so ably when you've only just arrived here? One can't help but think there's a reason you appeared here and now. God. iPhone. Seek out all Pokémon. That object is an Arc phone, you say. What an odd device. Could it be guiding you somehow? If you'll indulge me for a moment, there's something I'd like to share with you. You see, I have a dream to compile this region's first complete record of its Pokémon. We, in the field, call such a catalog a Pokédex. Yes, a proper Pokédex is a wonderful work of research, containing detailed records of all the Pokémon to be found in a region. But in order to properly document Pokémon, one must, of course, catch them. And therein lies the rub, I'm afraid. Pokeballs have only just been invented, and not many have mastered using them. I need some water, holy shit. I had some tacos with green chile sauce on them, and giving me a bit of heartburn. A little bit of acid reflux or whatever. Enter you, a person with a clear talent for catching Pokemon. Your goal is to seek out every Pokemon. Mine is to have all those Pokemon caught. A situation ripe for teamwork, don't you agree? Come now, what do you say? Shall we help one another out, my girl? Convinced me. It seems like a basic, straightforward thing, and maybe if I work with you, I might have a chance at surviving. Then whoever and from wherever you may be, I welcome you with open arms. We have a Pokédex to complete. First things first, let's get these Pokemon back to the village. Then we'll sort out your lodgings and find you some proper clothes and a meal and all that. Follow me then. Onward to Jubilife Village. What a strange storm. Thank you for your tireless work keeping us safe, my good guardsman. This young lady was of great assistance to me and my Pokemon, so I hope you'll forgive my bringing her into the village for a bit. I'm disgusted. That's what it looked like. Seems we've gone back in time. This way, if you please. By the way, I have no idea how long this video is gonna be. Jubilife Village, it's come a long way. Thanks to the Galaxy Expert. Thank you for fast forwarding the text. I didn't get to read it, oh well. He's basically just saying the Galaxy Expedition team made this happen, and he's talking about how cool and awesome the village is. So, you may notice this game is a little old-fashioned for a Pokemon game. Like I said, this takes place in the 1800s, so... And you may notice that low frame rate person in the background next to the wheel behind Laventon. That's just a thing that happens. So, I don't know how long these videos are gonna be, but I think I'm gonna end this one here for now. We haven't really gotten into the game, but we're here. We fell out of the sky. We got the Arc phone. And in the next one, I guess we'll be heading into Jubilife Village with Professor Laventon. So, thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked the video, you can of course hit the like button. You should also subscribe and hit the bell icon to get notifications. If you want to see more content from me, there's of course in the description a link to my Twitter, a link to my Twitch where I stream, and a link to my Ko-fi page where for a minimum of $3 you can help directly support what I do. And I will see you guys in the next one. See you then.